the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Pacers in Indianapolis. For Indiana, the season hasn't gone as smoothly for them as I'm sure they hoped it would. The good news is we still have a good chunk of it left to play, but if they're going to make a run, they better do it soon. Well, you knew he'd get there eventually, and at this point it appears that Kristaps Porzingis is going to be a star for a long time to come. What do you think his ceiling is as a player, Shaq?
Well, I don't know why they call him the unicorn, but everyone likes to compare him to Dirk Nowitzki, which I think is fair. But he plays with a little bit more intensity and goes to the rim often.
Well, they call him a unicorn because you don't see him very often. Or you rarely see him, or you
I've
never
never
see
seen
him.
one.
And they've said, and they're saying you never see a guy like
That's a terrible
Porzingis.
nickname. That's the worst nickname of all nicknames.
He also has a horn on his head.
No, that's
got
all.
it.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, see, now I understand.
Right. Well, I get, New Yorkers didn't give him a good review early on. They thought he was going to be a bust. On
They were
draft
wrong.
day, they were so wrong. This guy is cold-blooded. He's an assassin. And Shaq, can you spell his last name, Porzingis? I'll buy you lunch if you can spell Porzingis.
Oh, you know I like to eat, so that'll be Porzingis, baby.
Oh, my God,
Very
Porzingis.
nice. How do you spell his first name?
First name is Kristaps. I'll take a double cheeseburger.
Oh, wow, this dude.
And you get some fries for the Kristaps.
That's right.
I never thought.
Here's Kevin
Don't
Harlan.
mention food, buddy.
It's the Pacers in Indianapolis as we bring you an Eastern Conference contest. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And, of course, Emmanuel Mudiay. This game for him, just his second game with his new team. Still a feeling out period for him right now.
You know, I'm excited and somewhat anxious to see how this team is going to evolve since the trade was made. I mean, he is a guy that could end up being a key player for them as we get ready to hit that stretch run.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Nate McMillan took over as coach of the Pacers last season. Now, his previous head coaching job had been 5 seasons prior. He said, now, there's a lot of old school in me, but I do understand you have to adapt with this generation of players, the millennials, and how you communicate. And they want to bring that old school discipline to this team. Kevin?
Thanks, David. It's great to have a mix of those things. Adapt or die, as they say. Hey, this is an interesting point in the season, Brent. You're in the middle of an 82-game schedule. Easy to lose focus. So that being said, how do coaches keep their guys mentally sharp, mentally prepared for each and every night?
Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. Were you asking me something?
I was, Brent, and I'm not going to ask it again. So hopefully you heard some.
I'm kidding. That's one of the things, Kevin, I would say. Be creative with your practice scheduling. Maybe a couple more days off. Do something that's outside the norm so guys don't feel like it's the broken record portion of the season. I think some of the best coaches in our league keep it creative and light at this point in the year.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And New York, looking at who they've got. Jarrett Jack is out there with Lee. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Porzingis in at the 4 spot. Jack with it, picked up by Collison. And Jack, here we go. Yep, that one goes. Jack's got his first 2 points.
Well, there's a testament to Porzingis and his natural feel for the game of basketball. Makes the extra pass.
Jack against Collison. And Young kicks to Collison. Down low, over Jack. Here's Turner, a second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Now here is Hardaway. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of a former all-star point guard. Junior, not maybe the same ball handler his father was, but he can sure fill it up. And I really feel like he's established his niche in the NBA.
And he knocks down the first one. And Hardaway Jr., a 6'6" shooting guard out of Michigan. Talk about his game a little bit for us, Greg. Analyze where he is.
Above average in terms of his athletic ability, improving defensively, and right now he's playing off the ball, whether spotting up or filling the lane. I think this guy's got a chance to be special. He's passionate, and boy, does he compete.
Hardaway hits them both. And Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of the legendary point guard who played for the Warriors as part of Run TMC. Tim Jr., though, Brent, is a shooting guard.
Well, Tim Jr. is a guy I saw walk into the gym when I was a young NBA player, as Tim would bring his son to the summer workout. So I've known that kid a long time. He's not a kid anymore. He's been playing like a man, has waited for his opportunity, and last season had his best overall season of his career. And right now they're like a light switch in the off position. 1 of 5 so far, not an ideal start.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now they need a basket.
Back to Collison. Over Jack. That doesn't go either for Collison.
I'd just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about Kristaps taking a little something out on that rim?
Collison kicks to Young. Back to Collison. Screen by Young. Here's Oladipo. Nice work there coming off the screen.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
And stolen by Bogdanovic. Collison inside, defended by Jack, and the basket by Collison.
And that's about as easy as it gets. Not many guys are going to blow wide open layups at the professional level like that.
There's a screen by Canner. Here's Jack, and it's sent back by Turner.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
No good on that one. So New York will take it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
Collison against Jack. Collison dishes to Turner. Shoots over Cantor. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Jack with it. Picked up by Collison. Porzingis. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Porzingis has got 7 points in the game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, Darren Collison going through the free agency process this last summer. Greg, Indiana jumped at the chance to add him to the roster.
Yeah, and with Collison and his ability to play in so many ways, that is what made teams go after him. He doesn't always take a big signing to change the complexity of a team. Getting solid contributors like Collison go a long way in building the foundation of a team.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
And last season, the Knicks raised expectations with some of those big free agent signings and trades in the prior year. And let's face it, things just didn't work out quite how they had planned. Some would say they underachieved. Hard pill to swallow for a fan base that went into the year with so much hope.
And both free throws good for Darren Collison. And a big problem for the Knicks and their shortcomings last season was their defense.
Yeah, and listen, they have some shot blocking, but as a whole, the defense lacked teeth. More than anything else, it played a part in the disappointment of last season's campaign, and it's something they'll be focusing on in the coming years.
Pacers trail by 5. Pass to Young. Porzingis with the block.
You can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
There's a screen by Canner. Jack passes to Canner. The feed to Lee. 5 to shoot. Over Oladipo. Offensive rebound. And Jack kicks to Lee. New York moving the ball around. There's a screen by Canner. Young against Porzingis. Back to Lee. Cantor with a screen on Oladipo. Here's Lee. The shot missing.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Bogdanovich. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And you see Bogdanovich, 6'8" at times, listed at shooting guard. GA, is he a 2?
No, if anything, I think he's often better defending power forwards than he is against the wings, in part because you're not going to look to post that position in the way the game is played today. This guy is skilled and tough, but doesn't have the great foot speed defensively, so I think that's to his advantage to guard those guys.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
And he makes both free throws.
And really, as recently as 2014, the Pacers were a team with that old school front court. Some tall timber inside, and they played that slow, methodical pace. They have revamped the roster, looking to space the floor and really fire it up on offense.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Yeah, that's just not a good pass. I don't know what he's thinking there. A poor decision.
Pacers trail by 3. And Oladipo kicks to Turner. Here's Bogdanovich. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And the Pacers now looking to revamp how they approach things. The rebuild is on, it would appear.
Yeah, and a good time to do it when they saw Paul George would be leaving. It won't be easy to make the transition, but the Pacers do have a good collection of young talent.
Now, here's Cantor. 11 points for him in that last game against Orlando.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Oladipo so strong and scoring, even with the D, kind of knocking him around a bit on that play.
Jack against Collison. Jack passes to Porzingis. To the middle. Here's Cantor. Lays it up and banks it in. Indiana trailing here. Collison dishes to Young. Back to Collison. Over Jack. Collison's shot is good. Collison's got 6.
Oh, and he likes the mid-range, Jay. You have to get right up on him if you want to stop it.
And so New York calls timeout, their first.
And watching Porzingis play, you know, you forget how tall he really is in terms of how he moves. You know, not only how quick he is, but also that skill set. Incredible that a player his size won the skills competition in last year's All-Star festivities.
And that is what fools a lot of NBA fans about Porzingis. Most of the highlights, Greg, you see are his blocks and putback dunks, but if you watch his game, you see that skill level.
It's rare to see a player who's the complete package. like Porzingis. I mean, he's fluid. He's got the easy-looking shot. It almost looks like he's a guard shooting the basketball, comfortable creating for himself or playing off others.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Pass to Ntilikina. Puts one up from 19. No good from Beasley.
You got to be a little bit questioning of the defense, because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look, but they survived it.
And they take the lead. Robinson's got his first 3 points of the game.
At least get a hand up. It's not too much to ask from a coaching staff. Just not intimidating defense at all on that possession.
Here's Ntilikina. 9-point game his last outing. Pick by O'Quinn. Shot clock at 6. Kept alive. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. O'Quinn's got it all tied up now for New York.
Well, O'Quinn knows he's not going to be playing a ton of minutes in this game, so he's going to throw himself around in every position. Good job on the glass there.
Now here's Joseph. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game, and there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That's his first foul. The Knicks have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Picked by O'Quinn. Here's Moutier. It's stolen by Jefferson.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
He really takes off, just never looks back.
Yeah, by the time anyone even thinks of chasing him, he's gone.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleash chaos moment. Here's Joseph. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Brent, when you were playing in Seattle, those were the best assist years statistically of your career. What led you to become such a catalyst for that offense?
Well, it was interesting just as I finally got an opportunity to start to play with the basketball as a 2-guard a little bit more in Seattle, trying to play a little bit more up-tempo. And again, I'll mention opportunities because of Gary Payton getting double teamed. It opened up situations for me, Kevin, where I could be a bit more creative as the off guard.
And you love that, didn't you?
I love playing that way. I wish I had more years of doing that, kind of the run and gun style that Phoenix employed for most of the mid-2000s with that 7 seconds or less. I could have been agreeable with that.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Brent, you went up against Hornacek as a player and even defended him a couple times. What was it like playing against Hornacek, the player?
Well, I want you to ask Jeff Hornacek if I defended him, because I thought I did a good job, and sometimes the box score didn't reveal it. But what a tremendous shooter, a great off-ball mover, certainly in that system with John Stockton. And if there was any room, Kevin, that I gave Jeff Hornacek, and trust me, there was plenty of times I did that, he was knocking down jump shots. One of the most efficient players in Jazz history.
And so here is Indiana. The Knicks making the shot. Robinson drives in, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. New York called for the foul. It's his first trip to the line.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Robinson. Porzingis, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Both shots good from the stripe. New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now here's Moutier. Tight defense on him. It's rebounded by Indiana. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And we're able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
Yeah, and they certainly did that. What they lacked in offense, they more than made up with defensively. It wasn't pretty, but it was a win all the same.
Now here is Robinson. Michael Beasley missing his last shot. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Well, I like Porzingis there. Could not have taken it by himself, but still has a hand in the hoop.
And Joseph kicks to Robinson. Screen by Jefferson. Robinson passes to Jefferson. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Moutier. It's rebounded by Stevenson.
Yeah, I think the defense made an impact on that play, making the shooter feel a bit uncomfortable on release.
1:33 left to play in the first quarter. Inside, here's Ntilikina. The basket good off the assist from Moutier.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Jefferson setting the pick for Joseph. Outside Robinson. Screen by Jefferson. Porzingis with the block. Here's Ntilikina. Trying to find Moutier. Gets it to him. And it's in there. And it's a 6-point New York lead.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
44 seconds left to play in the first. They set the pick. And finished off by Jefferson.
Sabonis is going to get better and better at setting screens for his basketball team. Nice unselfish play there.
They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Beasley with a screen on Stevenson. Shot off the screen. Moutier, no good. Indiana's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Porzingis can't hit. And Joseph kicks to Stevenson. Here's Jefferson. A stupendous finish in traffic. Jefferson's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, the job he does inside, just phenomenal. Jefferson can make defenders look silly when he's in the post. That's how good his moves are.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Knicks lead by 2. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
Well, there's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
Indiana trailing here.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. Thomas is out there with Beasley. Then it's Moutier, and there's Porzingis, and it's Ntilikina in at the point. The Pacers have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And change was needed badly for the Knicks, and they did that starting with the front office.
Yeah, Knicks fans can have a dire outlook at times, but the team still has a solid foundation. It will take some time for the team to become a true contender again, but having players not be at odds with the front office, definitely a good start.
Beasley. Al Jefferson grabs the miss. Jefferson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Joseph. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. New York trailing. Outside, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis finishing strong that time. No doubt about that one.
And Indiana shooting under 40% all in all for the game. And Joseph kicks to Sabonis. To the inside. Porzingis with the steal. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Ntilikina. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, I tell you what, that wingspan that Ntilikina has is massive. His arms go on forever. Makes it really easy to pick his opponent's pocket.
Outside Robinson. Back to Joseph. For the 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 7 rebounds in the game. From 17 feet out. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Pacers trail by 3. Stevenson outside. Jefferson dishes to Stevenson. Back to Jefferson. It's hauled in by Thomas. The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Pass to Ntilikina. Moutier with the ball. A 14-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first, nothing in the second.
Stevenson passes to Robinson. Stevenson drives in. Porzingis with the block. Now here's Moutier, guarded by Robinson. Beasley. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Beasley's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, that's pretty much a perfect pass, and that's also alliteration.
Jefferson setting the pick for Joseph. Kicks it out to Stevenson. And the 3 ball is good.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Porzingis with a screen on Joseph. It's stolen by Jefferson. Here's Robinson, and Robinson throws it down.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Well, this team now has to settle in right here and have a great possession without getting so aggressive that you compound your mistake.
New York calls timeout. Last time they met in New York.
And that was an ugly loss for them last time playing these guys. And really, the rebounding differential was the key.
Yeah, it was very poor, their performance on the glass. And it wasn't the only reason they got blown out as badly as they did, but it was the biggest reason.
So New York ends up going with the new group. And look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Pacers.
And they've pretty much ignored the corner 3 tonight. It's a useful shot to have. It really forces the D out wide and opens things up in the middle.
And Jack kicks to Hardaway. New York, no good that time either.
Well, even though he missed, you like seeing him taking that kind of shot. The defense must be better.
And they take the lead. Young's got the lead up to 2 now for Indiana. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Lee with the ball. Now defended by Oladipo. Lee dishes to Cantor. He feeds it to Hardaway. And it's Hardaway with the jam.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
And Greg, with Enes Kanter last season, he had to miss significant time with the broken hand, but his offensive game is something to watch when he's healthy.
He just plays hard. He provides that instant offense off the bench. A great array of post moves to pick from.
Lee passes to Jack. Hardaway against Bogdanovich. Right at the free throw line. Hardaway, no good. The Pacers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And Oladipo kicks to Bogdanovich. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Enes Kanter. Hey, Brady, you and I were talking about the toughest players in the league just a minute ago. It's easy to go right to physical attributes, but let's shift it. And who are some of the toughest guys mentally in the game now?
Well, those guys who are thinking out there on the floor, not only about what they have to do, Kevin, but getting their guys lined up and into right spots. I think that Marc Gasol does an incredible job of that in Memphis, especially as the center, knowing all the coverages, backing up the line of defense on pick and rolls, rebounding, outletting, scoring. That's a lot of work for a big guy. And the elite guys that we could talk about, Kev, Chris Paul and LeBron James. I mean, how good are those guys when it comes down to making sure that things are communicated between the coach and that all 5 guys know their responsibilities on the floor?
Yeah, but if it can come from the back end, like you said with Gasol, what about a guy like DeAndre Jordan, who I think has really tried to improve that part of his game?
I think there's a lot more appreciation for how much DeAndre Jordan does, especially the way that he contributed to the USA team. Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
Now Hardaway. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Orlando. Now here's Collison. Outside Bogdanovich. Indiana moving the ball around. Oladipo dishes to Turner. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Turner's got his second basket of the night.
Sometimes you like to see guys go with the bounce pass, threading it through there perfectly.
Turner against Kanter. Lee left side. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range, no good. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And Oladipo has it in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. The Knicks have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Hardaway against Bogdanovich. Turner with the steal. Bogdanovich left side. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And I tell you, Bogdanovich is crafty inside. Knows how to get under the skin of the defense there and forces them to foul.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
2 shots.
First one falls for him. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Knicks trail by 4. Jack passes to Kanter. Lobs it up for Kanter. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And Young with the stuff.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And Jack kicks to Lee. Kanter with a screen on Oladipo. Here's O'Quinn. No good that time. Good defensive work there by Young. Oladipo dishes to Collison. Hits the three-point bomb. And now a 9-point Pacer lead.
And that's what we mean by combo guard skills right there. Kept his head up and found the open man.
There's a screen by Cantor. And Jack kicks to Cantor. Back to Jack to stop the run. It's rebounded by Indiana. Young's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Bogdanovich. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Jack. O'Quinn the pass to Lee. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Here's Collison. The Knicks pull it in. Cantor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Collison against Jack. And it's sent back by Turner.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now. A bit out of rhythm.
Shoots from the baseline. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. 8 points for Bojan Bogdanovich.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Hey, Brent, it's been said before that champions have no off season. Thinking about that, what's your take on the balance between resting your body after a long year versus really pushing the strength and conditioning that could take you to another level the next year?
Well, I could throw it back at you, Kevin, and ask you about as you get older and your body changes, you have to do different things, right?
And more, yeah.
Right. So in your younger years, if you don't make the playoffs or you're in the playoffs, maybe to take 1 month off and get right back into the gym, your body's ready to do that and in tune. Take a player that's 10 years down the road. There's no reason for you to push your body. You can be a little more specialized and be a little more efficient in terms of what you do in the off season to get ready for what a training camp represents, and then of course the upcoming season.
4 on the shot clock. Oladipo against Lee, and Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
On defense, the Knicks. They trail by 11. Turner with the screen. Collison in the post, defended by Jack. And here's Young from the arc. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Collison. He's right around 13 points a night, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he is in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
And it's Young at the elbow. The kick out to Collison. Screened by Young. Jacks up a 3. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
And still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning, but they'd like to get him going.
Here's Cantor. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Cantor is a monster on the offensive glass.
Collison dishes to Turner. And it's blocked by O'Quinn. Stolen by Collison. And there's Oladipo on the assist by Collison. Collison's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And here is Jack. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his passing was on point, and he really picked apart the defense.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. And a new group in for the Knicks. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Cantor. Lance Thomas comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Moutier, he's checked in for Courtney Lee. And it's Ntilikina in for Jarrett Jack. And Joseph kicks to Stevenson. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
He can't make a thing out there right now, guys. If he keeps this up, don't be surprised if his team gives up this lead.
And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. Porzingis, he's checked in for New York. .129 left now here in the second. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. It's on Al Jefferson.
Well, they love Porzingis and his talent, but on top of that, they like the fact that he thinks the game and he works at the game.
And he knocks down the first one. So many things that Porzingis brings to his team, the excitement, the energy on both ends of the floor.
You wonder for KP if the steps and strides that he can make once a team is solidified around him can be even greater. If that effort is consistent from everybody on the team, this guy is one of the top rim protectors in the league and fearless on who he'll challenge if they come into the paint to throw shots away. And Sabonis is a very skilled young big man. He stepped right into the starting role last year with the Thunder and consistently was getting about 20 minutes trying to figure out where it is that he could be effective. The one thing about Sabonis that I think is going to help him is more touches around the paint. Last year, a lot of room to grow as a perimeter player. We'll see if he can put it together this year.
Here's Jefferson. Porzingis with the block, and he's able to get it back. Jefferson's shot is off.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Feeds to Mudiay. Right side Porzingis. Beasley with a clean look, and it's off from three-point range. And for those of you wondering why Sabonis' name sounds familiar, well, he is the son of the legendary Lithuanian player Arvydas Sabonis.
Well, if you watch the two of those guys side by side, the one thing that stands out between the Sabonis big men is the fact that they are very, very skilled. They have great vision and a great sense of the game, almost playing like guards at times from the post-up area.
Shot clock at 5. Outside, Porzingis. And the 3 off target. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Pacers out in front, up by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's an interesting battle going on tonight. Ernie Johnson here with you folks alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. You are watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. There were a lot of positives for them to take away from the second quarter, where they came from behind to take a 4-point lead at the half. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
Well, they've gotten to the line tonight a lot. Basically, they're saying, I'm going to take it to you, and the only way you can stop me is to foul me. But here's the thing. If you're afraid to sacrifice your body, you'll never pick up a lot of free throws. So great job in the first half.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Reminds me of Kenny's suit selection. Has been very, very sloppy. Way too many turnovers. They look unorganized, out of control. It's not pretty basketball. The good news, though, they're still in a great position to win the game if they just cut down the turnovers.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change. He's got a double-double.
Well, it's an impressive performance thus far, but it goes beyond just his ability. Right now, he's just simply outworking the opponent.
Here's Collison. Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. Young and Turner up front, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. It's stolen by Jack, and now in transition is Lee. Here we go, and Lee with the stuff.
How about Courtney Lee getting up there all the way to the rim?
Not going to go that time. Jack with the defensive effort. New York trailing. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Taking a look at New York. In the early season, they find themselves down in 9th place. And checking out Indiana, 3 spots below.
And seeing where Indiana is, so far it looks like the adjustments they made in the offseason aren't going to produce the desired effect.
Now, lots of season left to go, so maybe a little too early to say that. The results have been anything but positive early on, but we've seen plenty of teams dig themselves out of big holes after early season woes.
Here's Bogdanovich. Oladipo for 3. It's good from long range. Oladipo's got 9.
Now he's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
Porzingis against Young. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Darren Collison.
You can hear the coaches from the sideline saying, stay down. You can't fall for the pump fake, but Porzingis adept at it there.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. And he's good on the second. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Collison. He's got 9. Down low. Excellent D from Cantor.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Hardaway with a wide open look. It's rebounded by Indiana. They've led by as many as 11 points. Oladipo, the pass to Turner. It's deflected. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Lee outside, drills the three-pointer. Lee's got his second basket of the night.
He's got no problem shooting off the pass, trusting his teammates will get it to him.
Turner with the screen. The kick out to Young. And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Hardaway against Bogdanovich. Jack with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Just 3 to shoot for the lead. But they'll get another chance. Lee sets a screen for Jack. Passes it to Porzingis. Second chance shot. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Turner with a screen on Lee. Oladipo. And Oladipo has some parts of his game that needs work, but he is certainly terrific on the big finish.
Yeah, I mean, he's got longer arms than you would think for a player of his size, and the overall physical skill set, there's no doubt about it. You know, you look at his ability to just stay floating in the air for that extra moment when he's in attack mode, and this is a young man that still has his best basketball ahead of him.
And the first one at the line is good.
2013, Victor Oladipo heard his name second in that draft. One of the best shooting guards in the league. and getting better.
No good on the second free throw.
And when you watch Oladipo, you just like his explosiveness. Every moment he can come out there, he's got some room to get to it. He could take off on you and make something extremely exciting and athletic happen. He streamlined his game a little bit, so when he's not playing in a hesitant mode, he becomes that much more impactful.
Outside Collison. The dish to Young. Turner with a screen on Cantor. Back to Collison. Over Jack. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And Oladipo, as you said, can just be a ball of energy out there on the floor.
I like the fact that Oladipo is honing in on his skilled shots. Still trying to figure out exactly what he does well, but he can't be passive. He's got to be aggressive. When he makes those kind of decisive plays, it ends up helping him and his teammates more often.
Inside, Turner with the steal. Here's Bogdanovich. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got 6 assists now in the game. Jack against Collison. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Knicks have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Indiana leading by 4. Young outside. Kicks to Bogdanovich. It's Oladipo on the wing. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Oladipo's got 14 points.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And Jack kicks to Porzingis. Jack dishes to Lee. Outside, Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. There's a screen by Cantor. Up again. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Oladipo outside. Wants to get it to Turner and does. Count that one. And it's an 8-point Pacer lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Jack kicks to Cantor. And the pass to Lee. Collison against Jack. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Collison.
Well, when you have a whole team that is locked in, this is what your shot chart looks like. They are moving the ball well and taking shots with confidence. When this team comes out and is knocking it down from all over like they are right now, they are one of the toughest in the league to beat.
Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. Won't happen much.
To the paint. Here's Bogdanovich. No good on the shot. So New York will take it the other way. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Jack against Collison. And Jack kicks to Lee. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Lee's got 7 points here in this quarter.
You know, you hear that A word all the time, aggressive, and sometimes just being that can turn your game around. He's been that in the second half, their go-to guy here.
Here's Turner. Makes it off the glass. Turner's got 8 points.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
New York calls timeout. Victor Oladipo really making a difference here.
I mean, he continues to burn them with his scoring. The coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Al Jefferson's checked in for Young. Lance Stevenson comes in for Bogdanovich. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Oladipo. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Darren Collison. Thomas a screen, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Miles Turner. 6th in blocks, 16th in rebounding. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Shot by Joseph, no good. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Joseph. Dishes to Beasley. Just 5 to shoot. Here's O'Quinn, and O'Quinn slams it in.
O'Quinn getting up and testing the resiliency of those rims.
Indiana leading by 6. Now Joseph. Screen by Jefferson. Joseph, that's good. Joseph's got his second bucket of the night.
That screen made it impossible for the defense to put up any kind of fight.
Now here's Moutier, guarded by Robinson. Here's Ntilikina. Offensive rebound. O'Quinn can't hit. And it's the Pacers' ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. Deep 2 from Robinson. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Now here's Joseph. 6 points for him. And here's Stevenson. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. Knicks trail by 8. Beasley with it. Picked up by Turner. 13 feet away. He gets that one.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Yeah, he's certainly able to shoot over the top of people. High percentage look right there from the mid-range.
Joseph, the pass to Robinson. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Robinson's got his third basket of the night right there. Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Moutier. From deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
When Moutier starts to stroke it from the outside, he's got him on a string.
Joseph dishes to Robinson. And Stevenson kicks to Robinson. Back to Stevenson. Moutier with the rebound. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Ntilikina. And again, Michael Beasley. Beasley's got 6.
I tell you, Ntilikina has his head on a swivel, always looking to find the open teammate.
Stevenson passes to Jefferson. Stevenson against Thomas. And it's Stevenson missing. Up top, Moutier. 7 points in the game. And that one is good by Beasley.
My goodness, how about the degree of difficulty on that shot?
Here's Joseph. Screen by Jefferson. Joseph, that's good. Joseph's got 4 points this quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Watch Kyle O'Quinn play, and you see a player who's a solid option off the bench.
Well, at a Norfolk State, Kyle O'Quinn has the kind of size that you would want for that position. I'm not sure necessarily about a skill set as a stretch four out there, but he brings great energy, a nose for rebounding, and comes in and gives you consistent effort.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shot.
The first one falls.
And over time, O'Quinn has carved out a nice role for himself, a capable and bruising big.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Miles Turner. He's perfect from the line this time. Indiana's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Pass to Sabonis. A baseline J. Robinson misses.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
To the wing right side. Second shot opportunity. Sabonis, no good.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Indiana leading. To the middle. Deflects the pass. To the right side. Thomas, it's a wide open look and unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. .51 seconds left in the third. Here's Ntilikina. He has 6. Thomas a screen. Moutier with the ball. Here's O'Quinn. And the 3 off target. Robinson dishes to Joseph. Back to Robinson. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. So it's the Pacers now.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't found a way to connect again from outside during the second. Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
Here's Ntilikina. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. 1 second left, and misses it off the right side of the rim. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Pacers lead by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Indianapolis. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. Knicks trail by 3. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. We've got Ntilikina, Kyle O'Quinn out there with Beasley. Then there's Emmanuel Moutier. And it's Thomas in at the 3 spot.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
And now the Knicks on the break. And here they go. The putback. New York working now with the fresh shot clock. Now Moutier. Right wing. Back to O'Quinn. New York moving it around. Now here's Moutier. Back to O'Quinn. Tries it again. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And Robinson throws it down hard.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Thomas kicks to Beasley. And Jefferson sends it back. Right side Robinson. Stevenson outside. Here's Joseph. Knicks with the rebound. Thomas got 4 rebounds in this game. Stolen by Stevenson. Joseph, the pass to Stevenson. That one good for 2. And the Pacers lead by 7.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
Here's Moody.
Unreal play there. Moutier ran that pick and roll to perfection to get himself the shot.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Young's checked in for Jefferson. Bogdanovich comes in for Lance Stevenson. Oladipo, he's checked in for Glenn Robinson III. And it's Collison in for Joseph. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to hear Nate McMillan talk to his team during the break. He was very adamant in the huddle. He said, don't let up now. Stay aggressive and do the things that have gotten us this far. We're almost there, guys.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. From the wing, and Lee with the basket on the assist from Enes Kanter.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Collison kicks to Young. He dishes it to Bogdanovich. Here's Sabonis. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Jack kicks to Hardaway. Outside, Porzingis. There's the pick. There's a screen by Kanter. Hardaway for 3. Drills it from outside.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Collison dishes to Young. Back to Collison. Screen by Young. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. And there's the feed to Young. Just 5 on the clock. Over Porzingis. And the Pacers tack on 2 more. Here's Jack. Kanter sets the pick for Jack. Hardaway kicks to Kanter. Here's Lee. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Porzingis with the steal. Jack against Collison. Kanter, the pass to Jack. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Screen by Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. The drive by Lee. It's deflected.
And the athleticism of Oladipo. Woo, flying off the ground and throwing that one away. Good decision to kick the ball out as the defense collapsed.
Collison dishes to Young. Back to Collison. Doubled by Jack. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Knicks trail by 3. Outside Hardaway. To tie it up. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Sabonis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Young, and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. It's on Porzingis.
And Thaddeus Young he's got a unique offensive skill set. I mean, he really is able to score over bigger players with just an array of little hooks and floaters and off-balance shots in the lane.
And the first one drops. And Greg, at about 6'8", what is it that enables Young to finish so well inside?
I think it's more finesse than power. Not a lot of free throws for him, but he can get his shot off quickly before the shot blockers have time to gather.
The Pacers making a change here. Turner's checked in. Both free throws good from Thaddeus Young. Knicks trail by 5. And Jack kicks to lead. New York moving it around. And Cantor now top the key. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Turner. Feeds it to Young. And Oladipo has it in the corner. A three-pointer, no good. New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Jack passes to Porzingis. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Bogdanovich clever at finding ways to get to the line. Love seeing the aggression come out here with the defense.
The first free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Knicks trail by 7. And here is Jack. Cantor dishes to lead. A floater. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
He wanted to shoot that ball, but you see your teammate wide open. Be a good teammate. Make the delivery.
Turner with a screen for Collison. Out to Turner. Lots of room. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Yeah, maybe the shot selection in the first half took him out of a rhythm, but in the second half, he's making everything.
Hardaway for 3, and it's Hardaway again missing. And Oladipo kicks to Young. He feeds it to Turner. Oladipo for 3, and the rebound goes to the Knicks. And now the Knicks on the break, and a wide open look for Lee. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Lee's got 14 points now in the second half. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. Pass to Young. Back to Bogdanovich. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, and how Bogdanovich keeps his concentration on the basket is impressive. Even when he's getting fouled, he stays with the play.
Knicks trail by 7. Lee kicks to Cantor. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Turner. Bogdanovich passes to Young, and Young slams it home.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
Jack dishes to Lee. Cantor with a screen on Oladipo. Off the pick. A second chance effort. Cantor's shot is off. Pacers leading by 9. Oladipo left side. Over Hardaway. Oladipo misses.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Lee kicks to Porzingis. Jack with it. Picked up by Collison. With some arc. No good from Jack. The Pacers have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer. The kick out to Oladipo. No good. And New York will come the other way.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Here's Porzingis. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Porzingis able to score on all 3 levels. Defensively, you just can't leave that guy alone.
Screen by Young. Collison, the pass to Oladipo. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Collison's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Knicks trail by 9. Jack with it. There's a screen by Cantor. Outside, Porzingis. He kicks it to Cantor, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
The defender gets a little over-aggressive, which is understandable. Cantor is a big, active guy to try and guard.
Two shots.
And the first one drops.
Well, the former Turkish star and 3rd overall pick in the 2011 draft, Cantor is still trying to become a dominant force at the NBA level.
He doesn't get the second one. Pacers leading by 8. Oladipo outside. Bogdanovich sets the pick for Oladipo. Over Hardaway. No good there. New York's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Now, these are the kind of nights you expect to see more and more. Porzingis just taking over.
And Turner throws it down.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Knicks trail by 9. There's a screen by Cantor. And Jack kicks to Porzingis. To the paint, Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
The sheer strength of Cantor really coming through there. Throws it down with intent.
They set the pick. Turner with the screen. It's Young on the wing. 1:44 left in the fourth. The 3 down to 5 on the shot clock.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, just scanning the box score and looking at the rebound total tonight, I don't believe it. Shows the absolute passion he has for that part of the game. Porzingis loving the moment right here, stepping up huge.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one, not with so much riding on.
Bogdanovich with a screen on Jack. Collison dishes to Young. Here's Oladipo, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Courtney Lee.
There's a lot of hard work that goes into Oladipo and his game. He's a culture setter, one of those players who lives in the gym. This is great for OKC.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident as he's able to go up and knock those down.
Jack with it, picked up by Collison. Screen by Lee. Porzingis kicks to Jack. Turner with the steal. Collison up top, defended by Jack. Shakes him, and Turner throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Well, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're down by 8. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Myles Turner.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
And for 3, Collison. It's good from long range. Collison's got the lead up to 11 now for the Pacers.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock at 6. Oladipo right side. And the Pacers another 3.
And they've earned this showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Victor. You've been really playing well on offense of late. What's going right for you at that end of the floor?
Patience, man. Experience, belief, faith, all the above, man. Just coming out here working on my game. I'm just going to continue to keep growing, continue to keep staying close to my teammates, continue to keep working hard, and continue to keep getting better.
That is a crowded locker room with all those things in there. Thanks, Victor. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you later.